Yo, what's up everybody? It's Smart Biz and Tech here, and we're diving deep into the future of EVs today, specifically the batteries that are going to power them. Now, you might not know the name CATL, headquartered in Ningde, Fujian Province, China, but trust me, they're a big deal. Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited, CATL, is a Chinese world's leading manufacturer of lithium-ion batteries, powering electric vehicles and energy storage systems for brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, NEO, and Volkswagen. They're not just making batteries, they're supplying the tech that's driving the electric revolution. We're talking Tesla, BMW, you name it, CATL is probably behind the scenes, and at their recent tech day they just dropped some serious bombshells. I'm talking about 3 innovations that could completely change the EV game. First up, a battery that can go over 1,500 kilometers, 932 miles, on a single charge. That's right, 1,500 kilometers. Then there's their new, super-fast charger that can add hundreds of kilometers of range in the time it takes you to grab a coffee. But hold on, it gets even better. They also unveiled a sodium-ion battery that laughs in the face of winter. Yeah, you heard me right. Cold weather range anxiety? Gone. So, buckle up, because we're about to break down each of these breakthroughs and what they mean for the future of electric vehicles. Alright, let's start with the big one, the 1,500-kilometer Freevoy battery. This thing is a beast, promising nearly 1,600 kilometers on a single charge. I mean, that's basically driving from New York City to Chicago without stopping. So how did CATL pull this off? They basically built a battery with a backup battery inside. It's called a dual-core architecture, and it's kind of like having 2 separate fuel tanks in your car. You've got the main energy zone for your everyday driving, and then you've got this range extension zone that kicks in when you need to go the distance. And get this, each core has its own voltage, temperature control, and even its own safety system. Talk about redundancy. Now inside these cores, CATL is using some next-level chemistry. We're talking ternary lithium cells combined with this self-generating anode material. This means they're ditching the traditional graphite, which frees up space and boosts the energy density like crazy. The result? A battery that packs a serious punch without taking up a ton of space, and that's how you get a pure electric car that can go further than some hybrids without burning a drop of gas. This is a game changer, people. It means range anxiety could become a thing of the past, and it could finally convince those die-hard gas guzzlers to make the switch to electric. Now, CATL hasn't said exactly which cars will get this battery first, but you can bet it's going to be interesting. Okay, so we've tackled range anxiety, but what about charging time? I mean, even if you can go 1,500 kilometers, 932 miles, you're still going to need to charge eventually, right? Well, CATL has got you covered there too with their second-generation Shenxing super-fast charging battery. This thing is ridiculously fast. We're talking 12C charging speeds, which means you can add 520 kilometers of range in just 5 minutes. Let me repeat that, 5 minutes. That's faster than it takes to order a pizza. And it's not just about speed, this battery can handle some serious power. We're talking 1.3 megawatts of charging power, which is like plugging your car into a small power plant. But here's the really impressive part. Even in freezing temperatures, this battery can still charge from 5% to 80% in just 15 minutes. So no more worrying about your battery dying in the middle of winter, and even when nearly depleted, it can still output over 1,100 horsepower. This is a huge step up from their previous generation Shenxing battery, which was already crazy fast. CATL has basically doubled the charging speed and made it even more reliable in cold weather. This is what's going to make EVs practical for everyone. Imagine pulling up to a charging station, grabbing a quick coffee, and coming back to a fully charged car. That's the future that CATL is building, and it's closer than you think. Subscribe to Smart Biz and Tech for more. Alright, so we've got range and charging speed covered. But there's one more thing that's been holding EVs back, especially in colder climates, battery performance in extreme temperatures. But CATL might have just cracked the code with their new sodium-ion battery. This isn't just some lab experiment either, they're planning to start mass production by the end of next year. So, why is this a big deal? CATL has put in some bold claims here. Well, for starters, sodium-ion batteries don't rely on lithium, which is becoming increasingly expensive and difficult to source. Instead, they use sodium, which is literally everywhere. It's in seawater, it's in table salt, it's everywhere. This means sodium-ion batteries could be much cheaper to produce in the long run. But, here's the kicker. They actually perform better than lithium-ion batteries in cold weather. And I'm not talking about a small difference here. CATL's sodium-ion battery can charge from 30% to 80% in just 30 minutes at minus 30 degrees Celsius. That's minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. And even at minus 40 degrees Celsius, which is ridiculously cold, it can still power a car to over 120 kilometers per hour. This is a game changer for people living in colder climates. No more range anxiety in the winter, no more worrying about your battery dying on a cold day. Plus, sodium-ion batteries are inherently safer than lithium-ion batteries. They don't have the same risk of catching fire even if they're damaged. CATL has put these batteries through some serious stress tests, like puncturing them with nails and even sawing through them, and they didn't explode. So not only are these batteries cheaper, more sustainable, and better in cold weather, they're also safer. It's a win-win-win situation. So what does all of this mean? It means the future of electric vehicles is looking brighter than ever. CATL is pushing the boundaries of what's possible with battery technology, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. With their 1,500-kilometer range Freevoy battery, they're eliminating range anxiety and making EVs a viable option for even the longest road trips. Their Shenxing super-fast charging technology means you can charge your car in the time it takes to grab a cup of coffee, making EVs even more convenient than gas-powered cars. And their sodium-ion battery technology is a game-changer for cold weather performance and battery safety, while also being more sustainable and potentially much cheaper to produce. These innovations are going to have a ripple effect throughout the entire automotive industry. Other automakers are going to have to step up their game if they want to compete with CATL. Tesla's 4680 cells are impressive, but they don't have a sodium-ion solution yet. BYD is leading the way with LFP batteries, but CATL is now ahead in high-performance hybrid technology. Toyota, Honda, and other major automakers are going to have to find a way to catch up, especially when it comes to cold weather performance. CATL's stock price soared after they announced these breakthroughs, which shows that investors are confident in their vision for the future of electric mobility. The EV revolution is here, and CATL is leading the charge. So there you have it. CATL is not playing around. They're pushing the boundaries of battery technology, and the results are pretty mind-blowing. Ultra-long range, super-fast charging, and batteries that laugh in the face of winter. CATL is shaping the future of electric mobility. If you're as excited about the future of EVs as I am, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives into the world of tech and innovation. And let me know in the comments which of these 3 CATL technologies you're most hyped about. Is it the 1,500-kilometer range, the 5-minute charging, or the sodium-ion breakthrough? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Smart Biz and Tech for more.